Hey guys, so today I just wanted to sit here and just talk to you guys. This is actually day 2 because my camera died the first time I tried to film this. I didn't even know if my camera's charged up enough in order to even do this, but for the sake of this video, I'm just trying to, oh my god. Of course, the moment I didn't know if you could hear it, but like, there's traffic outside, people are beeping. The fun part of living in New York City, am I right? I just want to talk about like something, like I said, this is like a stream of consciousness vlog. So, a sit down video, so it might not be the best. But yeah, I want to talk about the fact that like it's weird that I thought someone commented on one of my videos from like 10 years ago and was like, oh my god, you came a long way. And I have. But like it also made me realize I kind of miss the way I used to do YouTube. Not the fact that it was like miscombobulated and it was like shitty and like there's a lot of like dead space, but the way I was so honest with YouTube, the way that I could just say anything I wanted and I didn't feel like there was any consequences I think that's also part of being a teenager. You know, like feeling like I can do anything or say anything and just expressing myself, truly expressing myself. And recently I've been thinking about this a lot because if you guys don't know, I have 28K on TikTok. And because of that, I'm starting to have people that I've known in my life that aren't really necessarily in my life anymore, find my TikTok. And it's cool, but it's also just really like weird because it just used to be a thing where I would talk to the camera and be really comfortable and just, it was the way I vented. It was like kind of a journal because in some ways when you're not that successful on social media, it is kind of a like journal, you know what I mean? Because no one's watching. And so you get to be authentically yourself. And yeah, like I'm getting like a lot of like messages here and there about, oh hey, like we went to high school together and oh it's great to see you be successful, and which is great, but like it's also kind of scary because yes, I've always wanted to be successful on YouTube. That was the goal. The goal is try to get a following and do this because I've been doing this for so long, and I know I know like 2 years ago I made a video about how I'm so frustrated that I'm not growing enough. And now that I've started to grow, I'm feeling like I'm like missing that part. I feel like it's always, the grass is always greener, right? Because I'm kind of missing how I could just talk about stuff. Like, for example, my manager actually found my TikTok. It was on her For You page. And it's a new job and stuff like that. So like and that's kind of been a big part of my life the last like week or two, because I just started this job. And so yeah, I've been talking about it on my TikTok, and now I'm just like, oh, should I even talk about this? Because I don't know, where's the line? Where should I, like, where am I not allowed to cross anymore? What am I not allowed to talk about? And I think that's also like annoying because I want to be authentic and just do videos and just say how I feel, but also like the world is just not like that anymore. I mean, like, I feel like it was really fucked up and we really didn't give a shit about people's feelings like 10 years ago, but like in some ways it was so much more freeing to be like, oh, this is how I feel, and people would just be like, okay. They might comment mean stuff, but it wasn't like you would get canceled for it or anything, like, which I'm honestly not at the level where I'm like, I'm gonna get canceled, because honestly, I don't know, I feel like cancel culture is a whole thing that like doesn't work unless you are, I feel like the only time cancel culture actually affects people are people that are minorities, people who would who could make a difference in the world, and it just stops them, and I think that's really sad. Versus like, I love Tana Mojo, but like Tana Mojos of the world, they're not gonna see, like, they can go party in the pandemic or do anything. It doesn't really matter because their audience doesn't care. Also, I think that we people of color tend to be put up on a higher pedestal because it's like, oh, we're not really in these spaces, so if you are in these spaces, you should be super grateful and not do anything to jeopardize that. But like, where, like, I don't know, like, I still want to be my own person. I still want to do things. I'm constantly like now like, oh my god, I'm gonna get canceled, and I'm like, why? Like, I'm just being the way I am. And like, yeah, do I kind of hate myself sometimes? I'm like, ooh, I think it's like, yes, there's some things that if like it got out, it would be kind of embarrassing and things like that, because I'm not necessarily the most like, I don't even know why I do things sometimes. I'm impulsive, and so I really hate some things about myself, and I'm like, if those things got out, yeah, it would suck, but it's still me. And like, I don't think I'm as toxic as I was when I was 20 and stuff like that. So that's why, like, sometimes like younger creators, I'm like, I guess it's normal to be toxic because everyone's a little toxic at one point or another, right? So yeah, I'm just doing like a stream of consciousness. Just wanted to like vent with you guys, but yeah, like I just feel weird. I don't know what kind of like. So if you guys have noticed on my vlog channel, I haven't been posting. I just feel like I just don't know what to talk about or what to do, and like I don't really want to show my job. So so I don't really want to show my job, and that's kind of a big part of all my days because right now the way my schedule is just I am there most days, which I don't necessarily like the schedule, but I'm okay with it. It's more I have a morning shift and the next day I have a night shift. It's like back and forth, back and forth. And so because of that, I don't feel like I can do a whole day vlog. I think it'll be easier to do a vlog on the days that I'm off, but then sometimes like this it's just been hectic. So and I'm like really behind on editing vlogs because although I don't know, like I'm so behind on everything, but I'm also just like I feel like I'm not doing enough. I also feel like I personally, as someone who watches YouTube and loves YouTube, I feel like I like seeing people show their lives, like I do. And I feel like as people get bigger, a lot of creators, they don't really show their lives. You don't really know much. Like, I really like your mom, Ashley, and she moved recently to New York. And I don't really like her content in New York City. She was from New York City, but, and the reason is, like, I feel like there's a space between us versus, like, in upstate New York, she seemed to be more authentically herself. And it makes sense because New York City bills are expensive, and so you don't want to jeopardize any of that. So you would probably be a lot more PG, and so not that she wasn't PG before, but like I just feel like like a lot of YouTubers get to a certain point where they're famous, and so they're like not gonna show their lives. But like that's why we subscribed, and it's like this weird thing, and I'm like I don't know if I'm even one of those YouTubers that people subscribe to because I'm like authentically myself because I don't know like a lot of the videos where I'm like just rambling on just being myself. I don't know if you guys even like them. So yeah, I think like I'm having a dilemma too because I feel like a lot of the videos I do well are like reviews or like reactions to things that don't really have to do too much with my personality. Yes, I'm putting myself in it, but it's not really about me. And so I don't know, because I do like doing those personal videos because I feel a lot more like you guys are my friends. I don't always have friends that like the same things as me, and so this page was meant to be the way to like express that because I was a kid that still likes toys a little too long and also likes manga and anime a little too much, but not the ones that are correct that people like all the time. So yeah, and also it's just kind of crazy that I feel like I'm in a weird part of my life right now because I went from in 2020 making a good amount of money. I've said this a few times. I didn't realize until recently that like that money was actually really really good and really really significant because I was making around $600 to $1,000 with different things through my social medias, and that honestly was because I wasn't paying the mortgage. I wasn't really paying my own bills or anything. And my fiance was helping me out because I don't really have that many bills and stuff like that. And like our expenses were low. Honestly, that was just, I felt so wealthy. That was the only time I've ever in my life felt wealthy. And it's like also I thought about it. And I'm like, but I thought I wasn't successful or making enough money because I like to watch YouTubers that are talking about in order to be successful, you need to be a 6-figure YouTuber. And I'm like, I was making only maybe like 8,000 to 12,000, and I felt probably the most successful I've ever had and the most comfortable I've ever had. And obviously just because I wasn't paying bills at that point. Now I do pay bills. I pay my own bills because first of all, my fiance has his own business. He's in real estate, and so it just gets higher as your business gets bigger. It's just how it works. And so it just doesn't really make sense for me to pay my bills anymore on a logistics standpoint. So yeah, and I also wanted to go back to work because I was feeling after the 2020 pandemic that doing social media full time was just not going good for my mental health. But yeah, like it was not doing good for me to just do it. Even though the funny part is like I think in 2020, although I was making a lot of TikTok content, I don't think I was making that much YouTube content. So I mean, it's because YouTube doesn't really make me much money to begin with, so that's fine. But if I mean much money, it's like if I talk about something and someone goes to my link and then buys something, yes, I get something, but I don't actually get something. I don't monetize or anything. I actually signed up for Amazon Influencer today. Hopefully I'll get approved for that because I do talk about it. I like stuff that I buy a lot on the show, like mangas and stuff like that. So it might help me out, like income wise. Yeah. I also like calculated it, and at the peak of my my peak of my TikTok, like the peak of my social media career, I'm making more than I'm making now at my job, which kind of sucks. Because like, and also like it wasn't like, at least with this, it's like at least I know I'm getting a paycheck every week, but it like kind of sucks. Like it kind of really sucks to be like, oh yeah, I'm making less money now. Like, I'm definitely making less money now, right? Like, but and I feel like I'm putting it, like, honestly, I feel like sometimes I feel like, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes I feel like I'm working more now at like a regular job, but sometimes I feel like I'm working less at a regular job. And I think it's because in all reality, yes, sometimes I might be upset about something happening at work, but I can go home and like not think about it if I really choose to. Versus like I'm constantly, like even at work, I constantly, if I have time, looking at my analytics and like views and stuff like that. It's kind of obsessive. And so I'm like, so if I think honestly, my goal financially is to get to a point where I'm making around that like peak amount, which would be like the 600 to 1,000 again, but also doing my job. So that way I'm making like at least 2,000 ish a month, which is still not enough to pay all bills. Right now, my fiance is paying most of the bills, so like I'm paying my own bills, like my credit cards and stuff like that. But I want to start pitching in way more, because I do pitch into rent, but like not enough, because I pitch in like maybe 600 a month on rent. So I want to, because our rent's 3,500, and we decided to like just keep our place. We decided to sell our house but keep this apartment. So I want to start like like, especially because I'm getting my own room in this house. I'm getting an office room, and so I want to pay for that room and stuff. So yeah, I just want to be financially stable, which honestly, regardless, I feel like, especially in New York, most people have to do 2 or 3 jobs, and I'm lucky that one of my 2, 3, 4 jobs is like social media, and it's fun, and I just get to talk and vent and just be honest, I guess, if I want to. Maybe not, like I said, I don't know how I feel about being honest and being raw anymore online, but I think as you get older, the consequences of things, that's the scary part. It's not even like me make, like, I don't know, like I think it's different when you know that someone might see the video of you talking about them versus like before, where I knew no one was gonna see it. Like, it's just a very different feeling. You're like, oh no, because I was gonna start like, there was like in 2020 I was thinking about starting like just weird things that have happened, like dating story times type of thing, and now I'm like, I'm not gonna do that, because way too many people are hitting me up that would be in those story times that like I don't have their consent, I don't have their permission, I don't really even talk to them, and I don't really want to talk to them in order to get consent. So I'm like, let me just not do it. Like, cause I waited a long time to see if I can even do those videos, because I didn't want to like be disrespectful, but now I'm like, not feeling that. Probably shouldn't do that at all. Just probably just not it. Probably that's what it is. I probably should not do that at all. But I don't know, maybe I'll still do it. I don't know. If it's like someone that I'm like, I don't even care if I burn all the bridges from, then maybe I'll still do it. But I'm just not ready for that. Like, mentally, I'm not ready for it. So I'm probably not gonna. I guess my goal for like videos is just being like, hopefully, once I can get a better work-life balance, to just be more like, keep you up to date and like be honest. Because I think the problem is too, I have so much going on, so much is like happening so quickly that I can't tell you guys all of it. And so yes, I'm gonna do a full life update, I guess, but this is just me venting, because I was gonna do that. I was gonna do a life update, and I felt kind of overwhelmed. I did. I also was gonna do what I spent in a week, but then I looked at my finances and I felt overwhelmed, and so I thought, not gonna do that. And so today I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to get all my feelings out. I just wanted to just see how y'all are feeling. I don't even know what this video is. So far it's a 15-minute video, and I have to film another video that's actually a real video for my channel. Real video. A video that would have more substance for this channel, but these are important to me also. So I don't even know when this video is going up, because I don't know what I'm doing on my YouTube schedule right now, but yeah. Also, I'm technically filming and uploading every single day on YouTube, technically. I've started putting my TikToks on YouTube as YouTube Shorts, and so if you guys would like to watch that, I've been putting them up here on this channel and also on my vlog channel, which is She Loves New York City Life. Shelovecleopatra's New York City Life. I'll try to put it in. But which honestly, on my vlog channel right now, my highest viewed videos on TikTok. So I guess I'm a really good TikToker because my short form content apparently slaps because it does well on most of my platforms, which I think is like kind of funny because yeah, like the stuff I've learned from doing YouTube for 11 years actually has helped shorten stuff up for short form content. So yeah, I think that's a lot. It's a lot. I'm doing a lot. And I'm trying to, like I said, balance and figure out what I want to do and figure out who I want to be. Not be, but like what I want to portray online. I don't know anymore. Also, like I'm not saying that I was 100% real even when I was a kid doing YouTube because I used to fake my voice. That was so cringy. I hated that because I hated my voice. I hated my voice when I was younger and my accent. I hated it. Anyway, I'm trying to end this video. I'm like still ranting on, but yeah, I'm gonna go film a review on All of Us Is Dead, which is a K-drama, which I've never done a video on a K-drama before. So yeah, hopefully that works out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.